What's up? It's MMA Underground with Buddy V, Modern Day Aztec Warrior. You have Jay right over here, and today's special guest, Hitman.
Hell yeah.
So how you doing today, Hitman?
Doing good, man. Honestly, I got my daughter on the way, man. I've been waiting any day for this baby to come through, so don't know when, but hey.
Hey, maybe that'll be a Yankee and the Brit exclusive. Then in the middle of the show, he'll jump up, rush her to have the baby.
Right.
Baby.
You see the phone flip over. Like, shit, hold on, I got it.
If that happens, you guys know where I went.
Yeah. That's crazy cool, man. That's awesome. You have a name picked out or not yet?
Yeah, her name's gonna be Dawn Grace.
Oh, that's a nice name. I like that a lot. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Is that your first kid?
Nah, it's my third one, bro.
Nah. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. You got it down.
I couldn't pull out of a driveway, man.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, real quick, everybody watching, as you see, we got Jay helping out today because unfortunately we no longer have the Canadian co-hosting with us. So yeah, just get that out the way now. But since we said that, there's an elephant in this room that I kind of see. Where's it at? And I know you were supposed to fight the Canadian when you came to the scrapyard, and you ended up having to take a completely different fight because he did not show. Did you want to speak on that at all, or you kind of just water under the bridge?
A Canadian knows what's up. That's all I'm gonna say on that. He knows what's up. I came there to fight anybody at that, but yeah, he knows what's up. He said he wants to run it again, or run it for the first time in the West Coast, but we'll see. You never know with the Canadian, man.
Yeah, hey, that works for me though, because hey, I want to get back down there. Or yeah, because I fought in the West Coast before, so I want to get back down there again.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to go.
So I'll be like, too. We're good. We're going.
No, heck yeah. Now, this is crazy because one of my questions I originally wanted to ask you is: you travel to the scrapyard, you fight for West Coast. What was going to be next? Dirty South, OG, and I think I heard you say something before the whole everything live about OG.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be one of Scarface's last fights before he hangs him up. So yeah, I'm going to fight him in October. Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be fun.
How does that happen? Like, did he reach out to you? Did you be like, bro, I want to be one of your? How does that happen?
Well, he made a post and it said that you think more people would want to fight me and stuff like that. And yeah, I just need 3 more fights. I'm like, if no one wants to fight, I'll fight. I go, shoot, I'll fight. Yeah. And then he hit me up. And so me and 619 are going to go out there. He's going to go in September and I'm going to go in October.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, back to back. Bam.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna put a post about something about a sign up for December of this year and May of 2023. So I just remember I want to check one of those out.
Yeah, and in the hot box. Yeah, Weddle made that really good out there in Arizona. I'm excited to fight in there, so I'll be in there in December hopefully.
Yeah. That would be kind of. I wouldn't mind going hitting out to get a couple fights on West Coast before the end of the year, not just one, maybe 2. Yeah, before I hit the Virginia Yard next year and Dirty South.
Started off right, yeah.
So
I'm actually, it's my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm chilling.
I'm actually planning on moving out to Dirty South. My whole family, because bro, California is just not the business. So I hit up Nasty Native and hit him up, and I'm looking. All my properties I'm looking at are all acring up. So I'm trying to get that going so they have a permanent property out there.
Hey,
yeah, get it going right away.
Help me out real quick. As somebody who lived in Texas for about a year, it's a parcel down there.
Yeah.
It's not acreage. They're like, I bought a parcel. You got to get with the Texas lingo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, man. But yeah, that's where I get more bang for my buck, man. After being in the military and stuff, so that's where I'm gonna head. I think that's where I'm gonna go.
Oh, and you hear about people moving all over. Yeah, Arizona, Texas, they're all just moving away from Cali. Just
yeah,
that's another issue. We talk about fighting over here. No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious then, because This I have other questions wrote down, but this popped into my head because you said about going to fight in Texas. When I went and fought in Vegas, I felt like the heat had a little bit of a hindrance on my performance because even out here when we get our heat, we have so much humidity. The dry heat really affected my cardio the way I felt. Do you feel like the Texas heat might affect you a little bit differently too as a fighter?
Maybe. It just depends because I'm from the Valley and out here it gets to 104, 105, man, and some days it'll get to 114 on its hottest day. So it just depends. Now the humidity, that's a different story. Like I haven't been into Texas where there's been humidity. I've been to San Antonio. I lived there for a little bit, but I've never been to anywhere where it's humid. So that might jack me up, to be honest with you.
That's where I lived in Texas for a little over a year, San Antonio.
Yeah.
But you get towards Corpus Christi, it gets a little humid, but I'd never been anywhere where I felt like if you've been to Florida or places like that, that's humid. Like I've never felt that in Texas.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think the heat. I like fighting in the heat more than I do the cold. I don't know why. It's just comfortable for me.
Oh yeah, I mean you feel loosey goosey.
Yeah.
And, with some of your fights, I'm curious. Who do you feel was one of your more tougher opponents? Like one of the toughest opponents that you had to fight?
I'd say Cerro, just for sure. That guy could wear a punch, and then he kept him coming. He was stubborn, man. He'd get caught and then keep coming forward. What's up, Tank?
Sometimes
he pushed me in different levels that I feel like I needed. Because I had to dig deep just to even throw a punch in that third round. So I was like, all right. Yeah.
You look like you're a heavy hitter too, which is curious because I know that sometimes towards the end of those matches, your cardio is kind of like, did you condition more or you been trying to change anything about that?
Yeah. So before those fights, my cardio, being the light heavyweight division, like my cardio was a little like depleted, especially after COVID. And I thought, I'm going to get back into boxing. I'm going to do all this. And then I learned the hard way in my first fight, that you can't just get up and rely on your old skills or talents. You gotta sharpen them things every day, man. But, yeah, cardio. My next fight, I plan to be on 195, 190.
All right.
Yeah.
So is COVID what got you into street beefs then? Was it because of COVID?
No, I've always boxed and stuff like that. I started watching street beefs maybe 4 years, 3 years before I started competing. I was like, man, I want to do this. I want to get in there, man. Like I'm too busy with my kids and stuff like that to stay committed to a gym. But it's good for the work I do put in. You know what I mean? And I want to get into sanctioned bouts next year and stuff like that. But once I saw everyone getting in there in the cage and stuff like that, I was like, I know I got to fight in this at least once. And then I've been stuck ever since.
It's infectious. It really is. You just see it.
For real. Yeah, for real.
What are you about to say, Jay? Did I cut you off?
No, I was just thinking to myself. So thinking about training for the, to go out into the scrap yard or West Coast, OG yard, whatever, Dirty South. With the guys you train with, who are some of the biggest killers you train with?
Oh man, El Coyote, he's part of Bomb Squad. Mike 100, we got Gorilla Pino out there. Dude, yeah, we got some big names. We've even had Wade WA come out from Vegas. He's come out and sparred. Now that guy, he looks like a dad, a soccer dad, but he punches like a young cat, man. Wade's got cardio too, but those are just a few names that we got, man, and we're growing as a team too. I know you guys got some teams out there in the scrapyard too, right?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
My favorite one right now is the one of Karate Gandalf, Mad Dog, Brick House, and Neon Dawn. Yeah, I like them right now.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, I noticed on the West Coast too, we got a lot of teams and stuff like that. I don't know how it is for you guys out there, but yeah, WA is our general. We love that, man. That's the dad of Street Beefs West Coast right there.
Heck yeah. I feel like over here it's a little more like I feel like, let's say West Coast, I feel like it's a little more clicked up because it's more spread out throughout the area. Whereas with Washington, you have people up north, down south, and they'll meet up, but then only a handful of people will train together consistently because it just doesn't quite fully work out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I've seen Jake Otto. You know, if I can worry about it sometimes with Turtle at his gym, and I've gone over there with them once or twice. I think I hurt for a whole week. Yeah, forget that.
I love Turtle too. Turtle will give you guys some good work. Anybody good work. You know, no matter what his weight is, he'll fight the bigger guys. It don't matter. I like Turtle.
Oh yeah, I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, is there any opponents that you feel in Street Beast would really that you might want to see? I like to ask, you know, not as a call out or not anything, but someone you feel would be a good test for everything you've been training for.
Yeah. There's a guy in our branch. His name's the Maniac, and he's got 3 finishes in 3 of his fights. And I think he could be like our middleweight champion if he, you know, sticks with it. I want to fight him. Something about Lord Bestaban, man. Like he's great. A sparring partner. He gives you great look. I want to jump in there with him, man. And then I want to fight Golden Arms again. Definitely. That was my first fight, and I feel like I didn't give him the work that he deserved. You know what I mean? It's my first fight. And but that one sticks with me a lot. So, but those are my main ones. And then, but at the end of the day, I'll fight anybody. Like if I go to the OG yard and Showtime was like, "Hey, you want to get a round in or 2?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll spar." You know.
Yeah, Showtime. Ooh, man, yeah. That gets some good work.
I just want to get better, and to get better, I gotta spar guys like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just part of the game.
I feel like you really have to drop that whole ego part because there's some people I know where when they spar, they'll spar harder, but they prefer to spar someone a little less than them so they can always come out on top. Whereas I like to go away with the licking. It might hurt a little bit more, but then I know what I'm not covering up. I know someone's utilizing the weaknesses that I have, then I know not to make that same mistake. And like you said, it makes me grow as a fighter. It makes you grow as a person. You can drill, but there's no real teacher like pain.
Yeah. Make you learn. Take a step back. Yeah.
And talk about fighters now. A professional fighter. Do you have anyone that you kind of like? You try to mimic a little bit of a style of?
As far as fighting, my boxing style, like I grew up watching, like Morales, Pacquiao, those type of guys. But as far as my style, I like to do a lot of hand fighting. I like to like pump with my hands and stuff like that. I love watching Crawford and Canelo, the best one. Yeah. And but back in the day, I've been trying to work on my head movement. So I've been looking at James Toney again and stuff like that. And that's one thing too I love about Street Beats. You get so many different people who practice so many different things, and if you need help in a certain area, they're able to come out and you know hook you up. Or here's a video, you know. But as far as fighters, I try to emulate is Canelo and Crawford. Those are my favorite dudes right now.
Yeah. And I'll say it again, Canelo stepped up when he took that fight from Bivol. So anyone that's trying to talk mess, I don't want to hear it.
Oh yeah, I don't even. You got to realize this guy's come from junior lightweight or whatever since 15 years old. Been doing this for 50 plus fights. Come on, man. Yeah. He's fighting the best. Yeah.
So you said that before when you were doing some of your fighting, you trained at a gym. And you said, are you ever able to go back every once in a while to kind of see it, or you just kind of do more stuff on your own now?
Yeah. So as far as training sessions go, I train with Mike 100 who on this coach. He's actually a really good boxing coach, and so I work with him one-on-one when right before fights and stuff like that. And then I used to go to Boxing for Christ. I was there for a very, very short time, but I met good people there and stuff too. But I'm once my daughter's born, I'm gonna get into the Black Flag MMA over here. It's a gym we got, and it's like right across the street. Because when I fight Sarah again, I'm doing MMA. I told him, I'm gonna go to your neck of the woods, man.
So like, is Henry Rollins coming running out and whipping your ass at Black Flag, or is that just like is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. He said, "This guy." Jimmy.
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Good to see you in the house.
James Fitness.
Now, you say so you got a couple kids. Do you let your kids watch your fights? Because I know a few I know do not let them, and I let my kids watch.
Yeah, my kids been watching me box. They've been watching the fights on TV, UFC, you know, MMA. So they know, they're very familiar with the combat sports. And my daughter is actually she's actually really good for 5 years old. So I'm trying to keep her in that. I asked her if she want to play soccer or whatever. She said, nope, I want to fight. So I said, all right.
How do they handle watching you fight? Does it bother them at all?
Nah, I get yelled at more than anything. So yeah, my wife yells at me. My kids will yell at me. So but my son hasn't got to experience yet, but he will. My daughter's been there and like, come on, Dad, the whole little girl thing. But my son, yeah, he's ready for it. He's excited.
My kid's like, I'm like, hey, Daddy is a fight today. It's fight. You're gonna go fight. All right, go fight. Like, oh, kid turtles. Like, like kind of like that, like Ninja Turtles.
My daughter got so mad at me this last time I went to the scrapyard. They yelled, "Hitman!" Oh, yeah. My daughter was like, "You're gonna go to Washington without me? You're gonna go to Washington?" Like, yeah, she was mad, and that's where she was born, was in Washington when I was in the military. So she's out there.
What?
Yeah. So I wanted to take her just to but hey, the way these price line tickets set up, nope.
Yeah. When you're in the military, what?
I was just saying the world is changing. Y'all gonna have kindergartners, first graders, third graders, arm bars, rear naked, chokes, ankle locks. The world is changing.
Heck yeah. So what happened? Oh, well, the kid pushed me, so I put him in the rear naked. Oh.
Yeah. Took my dinosaur out of my hand, so I had to give him the business. One rear naked.
The arm bar you showed me, perfect.
Yeah.
My dad showed me a 3-piece combo. Like,
yeah, they're like, I give him a 3-piece with a soda.
Yeah. Give him 3
pieces.
No
did you ever get to fight in the military?
Yeah, I did a lot of training my first 2 years before I had my daughter. I trained out with some Saudis we had over there. We would train with this little group we had that would go out and fight too. So I learned a lot from different people too. It was actually a crazy little time, but it was fun, man. We'd be in the gym up there and we'd be working. But that was when I was 175 pounds.
Oh, you're a lean meat fighting machine.
Yeah,
okay.
Now I'm just a piece of meat, man. Damn.
Yeah, see, that's how you talk. You're a piece of sirloin, top grade.
Yeah. Hey, give me that cowboy cut.
Hell yeah. All right, let me see. Do you have any questions real quick, Jay, before I hop another one on?
Well, I was just going to say, so are you from California or did you end up there because of your service?
Oh, no, I was born and raised here. I've been here since my dad was born in the same town I was in. He's 63, so that tells you.
Well,
yeah.
I'm a little jealous. I live where there's snow. I'm trying to get the hell out of here. So just appreciate your winters, man.
Yeah, I do like the winters here. It's just, man, everything else.
Hey, what's up, Facebook user? I don't know who you are, but what's up?
Hey, last time it was Fire Chicken, but I don't know if it is this time too.
Oh, fair enough. So what made you come up with that name, Hitman?
I don't know. When I was younger, my name started with an H. I had a weird name. I had 2 last names for a first name. My name's Harrison. So my dad would always be like, Harry the Hitman or Harrison the Hitman. So I was like, I'm going to just use that.
Do you watch football?
Yeah, I love football.
I'm a big Vikings fan. Harrison Smith is Harry the Hitman. There you go.
That's my dad's favorite team.
Okay, see, I'm a big Vikings fan. So there you go.
And if my dad didn't marry my mom, I would have been Harrison Smith. So
okay,
my maiden name. Hey, what's up, Bricks?
Bricks in the house. See, this is another reason why I want to fight the West Coast. The West Coast fighters are awesome.
Yeah, I love our branch. I love all the branches, but just you know how it is you repping your own branch. You got it.
Yeah, there's little branch wars on the groups sometimes, but
so funny.
It is because they don't get too out of hand. Like I always think it's funny because I'll talk to some dudes from the West Coast and they'll be like, "Man, the Terrifier, bro," and it just makes me laugh because I know him a little bit, so I know he's goading for those responses. So it's funny to me when I see these little fights go back and forth, or I know Shinigami a little bit, so watching him and Terrifier go back and forth is hilarious.
Yeah.
My favorite is what's up?
Oh no, they're character. Every time I see Terrifier post, I'm like, who's he clowning on today?
Right.
Who's he?
I think my favorite's Free Smoke of Crazy Leg. I think I saw Crazy Leg put something on the West Coast. I looked like an hour later, there's like 90 comments. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they go. Hey, they go in. When they go in, they go in. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, what the hell? going on?
Right.
Off today.
My girl like, hey, why's your phone going off? I'm like, shit, put on silent. Who's calling you? No, it's notifications. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Free Smoke and Terrifier went back and forth on reactions, I think it was. Overtime reacts. That shit was hilarious. They're in the comments just blowing it up. I'm laughing because I'm like, I know both of these dudes would fight if somebody swung, but the size difference is like, wow, come on, man. This is gonna...
That's why we got the weight classes. Hey, I'll give it to Free Smoke. He crazy enough to do it, but
Absolutely.
You gotta keep him in. You gotta keep him in his weight class, man.
Right. Dang, that's funny as hell. Now, since we all, we enjoy fighting, on MMA Underground, we've had different sorts of fighters that we interview, all sorts, Bellator, Celebrity, BKFC. Do you watch any of that? Because I like BKFC personally.
I love the bare knuckle. That was actually like a short-term goal before, starting my journey. But man, the way they get CTE nowadays, I was like, you know what? I'll keep the gloves on. I'll keep my street fights for a limited time. I'll wait.
Two things real quick. One, don't shortchange us, Buddy V, because we've had a UFC fighter on before too. I just want to pat myself on the back, Jason Reinhart. But I also wanted to ask, what do you guys think of this? There are studies out there that say it's actually more dangerous with the gloves than the bare knuckle because you break your hand or go down before you get the repeated blows over and over and over.
I read that about boxing gloves. They were never meant to protect anyone. They were meant to hurt them. The boxing glove was meant to hurt them. Yeah. So whenever they got hit, it is more dangerous, But at the same time, I just see them going in there. But they getting paid. That's the difference. I think about my time in Street Beats like with a check after. There ain't no check after. Right. But
everybody got to go back to work. So absolutely.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't fight. I always said if I'm fighting bare knuckle, it's because you picked a fight with me at the gas.
Yeah, exactly. I'll fight with you. Yeah. No hands.
I'm not gonna lie, my girl might not like it, but if I was offered a bare knuckle fight, I would train my ass off and I'd probably take it. At least one.
No, that ain't true, Jimmy Fit. You might need to do some research on that. They're meant to protect your hand, but over time, the way the boxing gloves were designed and stuff like that, no. They're meant to inflict damage. That's why if you look back at the days with Joe Louis and them, they had their cuts were way worse than ours were today. And you get thumbs and stuff right there. No. Hell.
Yeah, it's like you get a knuckle, you break the skin enough, it bleeds. They're gonna have to stop the fight. Whereas, you're rattling that brain around over and over. People get concussions. And who's that famous boxer that got hit in the back of the head like 2-3 times? He can't box anymore. He was a championship too.
Puerto Rico. It was a. I know who you're talking about. But then you see fighters the way they deal with the trauma after. Like look what happened to Arturo Gotti. You get fighters like that. You know what I mean? And that's all they. And they had wars and wars and wars. Mickey Ward. That's his most famous fight. You know what I mean? And then when he fought Floyd Mayweather, it was just like, oh man. You could tell there's a slight difference in the way he acts and stuff like that. So I was like, no.
I love bare knuckle watching it, but I do think to myself, these guys are kind of insane. But then we've talked to bare knuckle guys and they're like, I've seen way worse injuries in MMA than in bare knuckle. It looks worse because you're bloody.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. There's something about that though. That bare knuckle watching those dudes in there and you're just like, damn.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but they're only 5 rounds, I believe. Are they 3?
5 rounds total.
They don't even nearly go as imagine there's no way they'd be able to.
That's why Jimmy's right. You wouldn't be able to go as far without the gloves either.
Oh, hell no.
No.
All that damage to your bones. Ooh, people be walking out like
I mean, unless you're Kai Stewart, who's never been hit in a fight.
Yeah.
That kid is amazing. He's a wrestler who's just never gets hit and knocks dudes out. It blows me away.
Oh, Kai Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah, some people have it. It's like hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. But when people have talent and they bust their ass, it's just like it's watching magic happen. You just see them come down. You're seeing these punches slide inch and inch. They're coming bam, bam, bam. You're still seeing them. They slip it right here with the overhand. Crack, knocked out. It's like, dude, cold.
Man.
And I'm just trying to breathe every time I move.
That's funny. But yeah, I love that. I'm always keeping up to date on my best to keep up on the bare knuckle, man. Because Dude, they're getting like Perry's in there. He's about to fight. Who is Michael Perry or Platinum Perry about to fight? He's about to fight a big name. I think he's about to fight Venom Page.
Okay, yeah.
That's gonna be a good fight. I didn't even know Venom Page was on that. Yeah, so that's gonna be a good one too.
See, it's just crazy. Oh, so I was looking up this crazy news, and then I saw that when I was looking up different fighters and whatnot, and then Nate Diaz was saying how he wanted to go do other sort of matches with people, pursue different organizations, and the UFC's holding him hostage, refusing him to give him his third fight or his last fight. What do you guys see that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
What do you think?
I don't know. I always thought their contract said that Dana had to offer them 3 fights a year. So even if Dana's offering you some shit fight, just take it and get out of your deal. Like, get it over with and go.
Yeah, it seems like even though he's on his last fight of his contract, he's still trying to get as much money as he can. And like, he's an exciting fighter. He's a great fighter, but you're only going to get paid so much to where you land in the ranks too. You know what I mean? Like with Henry Cejudo, he's a decorated, he's Olympian. He's going to get paid a little, and he earned his status up there. Of course, it's always an exciting fight with Nate Diaz. Like, I'm always going to watch. I'm never not going to watch Nate Diaz fight. But I think he's getting frustrated with all the UFC fighters are starting to get frustrated with Dana White and all that stuff. But
he's under a microscope.
Yeah, right. But Nate
Diaz need a union. Look at all the sports with unions: basketball, baseball, football. They are getting paid. The UFC fighters need a union.
Yeah, agree.
I think Dana White said one time, he's like, "Oh, if you want to get more money, go get a real job." And yeah, people were comparing, like, it's a sport, boxing, even wrestling, all these sports, people are paid, based upon whatever it is they do, even commissions based off if they sell merchandise, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, here it is. It's like, well, if you fight, you get X amount. That's it. Like, well, should I get paid a base amount? And if I win, then I'm getting bonuses, this and that, because then everything else is coming out of my pocket just to put your pocket tenfold.
Yeah.
What other profession in the world do they say, go spend $20,000 of your own money or whatever it is leading up to a fight, and then the guy pulls out and you don't get paid because you didn't fight?
Yeah. Exactly what you're saying, man. Well,
I've never had a job tell me go spend money, and if we need you, we'll pay you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think that'll happen anytime soon in the future? I mean, I really don't see it in the near future UFC. I agree it needs to happen. They want to get paid, but
what'll happen is the top guys won't do it because they're making all that money, and the bottom guys will take anything you pay them just to be in the UFC. So it's the guys dead in the middle who are going to suffer with the low pay, because the top and the bottom guys, the dudes coming in aren't going to say shit. They're going to be like, you want to let me fight for free? I'll fight just to be on the UFC card and make my name. And dudes at the top of the pay scale aren't going to be worried about it because Connor's already getting paid. You know what I mean? Like John Jones comes back, he's going to get paid. So those guys aren't going to go for the union either.
Yeah. And John Jones is going to get a money fight regardless of how long of a hiatus he's taking, man. That dude's always going to get paid. It's John Jones, That's true.
Our last guest, that was his favorite fighter, was John Jones, too. And, like you said, the hiatus, I feel like if you hear something now, he's about to fight, you're like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah. Wait, what? John Jones? Yeah, I feel like.
I can sit here and shit on John Jones for a million different reasons. But John Jones said something that was so true and was funny at the same time. When DC said to him, you failed the drug test, and he's like, yeah, I still whipped your ass on cocaine.
Yeah, because I beat you after a weekend of cocaine and partying.
Yeah, that's
some truth to after that,
Yeah, because that dude is one of the toughest dudes in the world when it comes to mixed martial arts in the UFC. And people tune in for the same reason they tune into Floyd and Connor. Half want him to win and half want him to get knocked out.
Yeah. That's why those snooze fests never sell,
All right, buddy, before we get on to some more questions, we got a quick word from our boy Freezus over at OTH.
Overtime hustling. What's good? It's your homie, Freezes Christ. Y'all know the deal. Make sure y'all head on over to overtimehustling.com where you can catch all the latest merch, all the newest mags, all the media, everything, know what I mean? And you can also find me on Winging It with the homies Keith G, King Dale, and Payne Gusto. And you can catch me on Turf Tales with the homie SK, as well as Backbox, you know what I mean? And if you got nothing to do on Sundays, even if you do got something to do, make sure you tap in the Overtime Reactions hosted by the homie Cuzzo. And I cannot forget the homie Jay over there at the Yankee and the Brit channel. So make sure y'all go over there and check them out. And hey, check me out, your boy Freezes, on that Real Talk with Jay. It was a hell of an interview, yo. Gotta do it again. I keep saying it because I mean it. We gotta do it again. I had a great motherfucking time. But anyway, you know who it is. Freezes H, OTH, Yankee and the Brit, Winging It, Turf Tales, Overtime Reactions, Chronicles Podcast. You know the drill, Cush's Corner. It's a motherfucking movement. So move with it or move out the motherfucking way. Simple and plain.
Overtime hustling, we hustling overtime.
Not quite sure what happened. We lost our guest, so I'm hoping that he can log back in the middle of that.
Oops.
So, buddy,
my phone's cut me off once or twice when I swipe down for a split second for my notifications. I'm like, wait, what the hell?
why don't we just jump fast forward and see what we can do? But let's jump to the everybody's favorite segment of the show.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
Ooh. Now, fun picks today. I'm going to keep it slim, though, because I know the last couple weeks I've overloaded you with like 4 or 5 fighters, so we'll keep it simple this time. 1, West Coast. I want you to watch the Oni. Now, he's joined Punk Rock Fight Club, who someone was supposed to be on one of our interviews one time, and we had a little trouble in between timing and whatnot. Punk Rock Fight Club, killer. The Oni came out badass. He said he got called out. You don't see him. He hasn't had a fight there in however long. He had hair down his back, braided. All of a sudden he comes. It's short. And he's in beginning of the match, he starts taking a beating right away. I'm just like, oh, this isn't the Oni. Boom, 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 boom. Comes out. Bam! Starts laying the hammer down on Battleborn. I was just blown away. And he came back this hard, this much, and he's going to start doing amateur and everything else. I think he's someone to look out for. He's really going to come out. And even before he had all the training, when he fought in the yards, he was dominating his performances. He beat Free Smoke. He gave Reckless Reclo his only loss on BLK Prime. And that was all with training by himself most of the time in his own house. So I think the man with proper training is a force to be reckoned with. Then, second, from Street Beast Scrapyard, we have Too Explosive. Because not only do I enjoy his fights, he's a great grappler and wrestler. I know he wasn't super fond of his last fight with Simo, but, Simo's strong. I fought Simo. You try to do stuff. Once he gets a hold of you, it's just like you can't quite get it out. It's like, damn, man. But he's fighting Beach from the OG Yard at the 2-year anniversary event coming up. And Beach, for those of you who do not know, what you probably already do, is phenomenal. I think he's I don't even know. I know he's over 16 wins. That's all I know. He's fought amateur. He fights street beefs. And I think he's only lost a couple times, which is funny enough. I think it was the Memnon Warrior, Reckless Rico's older brother. So, I mean, that goes to say, the level of his skill. So I'm really excited to see Too Explosive and Beach, because Too Explosive is a grappler. Beach is known for his rear naked chokes. And I just want to keep an eye on it. I root for Scrapyard, so Too Explosive is my fighter to watch. So, yeah, those are my 2 picks of the day.
Well, those are good picks. And I'm ready for that Beach fight. But so we got any for sure lined up matches for the upcoming 2-year anniversary that we know about yet?
Oh, yeah. So I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but I do know that Turkish and Turkish Assassin are coming back. One of them is going to fight Q-Tip, the boxing champion of our the People's Boxing Champion, space. And Turkish Assassin was fighting not Lights Out, maybe Lights Out. But the other one from West Coast I'm excited to see is Earthling 7 coming up to fight Turtle. Now, Earthling 7, if you watch his fights, monstrous. He already was a beast when he started tightening up a lot of his stuff. And I agree with that. And he definitely comes out strong. Turtle not only has technique, but we've seen him time and time again He has no problem. What's up? Bringing smoke. He has no problem fighting anyone lighter, heavier, anything. I think he fought a guy 35, 40 pounds heavier before. So with the fact that Turtle can eat a heavy punch, and Earth League 7 has a nice technique as well, I feel like this is going to be a chess match that we all want to see. Shit. Yeah, those are the only few I could think off the top of my head. Sorry to everyone else.
My bad, guys. My Wi-Fi went out.
No worries. You had the best time in the world because Buddy V was just finishing up his favorite segment, or everybody's favorite segment of the week.
There we go.
Yeah. So now that we have you back, I'm curious. You said that you had tried to go, you were thinking about going pro before. If the opportunity had presented itself, do you think you might try to pursue it? Or do you think you're kind of cool just maybe doing some more amateurs and street beefs and keeping it around there?
Man, I'd love to compete. Boxing is, I mean, every combat sport is hard to get into it to a pro level and making a name for yourself. But the money would just have to be right, and I'd really have to be committed every day, with everything, and just with my kids and stuff like that, man. Like, I'm with them every day, so my time goes to my family, to my wife and family. But hey, you never know that I could get to 190 and then all of a sudden I'm 170, and then next thing you know I'm competing again. So it's just up in there. But I know for right now, I just want to see these younger cats, come up and really, be successful. And, so I do my best to help out when, younger kids and stuff like that, like anywhere from 20 to anyone can do it. You know what I mean? But I think this is a very good outlet and a good stepping stone for, young cats to try and figure out where they want to go in their combat career, or what they want to do, how they want to make their style, or, what they might, run into people who, have those motion abilities, I mean, street has opened up a lot of doors for people. So what's up, Mo?
Thanks for tuning into the live. Yeah. How long you been boxing, Hitman? Ooh.
Well, man, I used to be a little kid, man. Like super little. And I used to get kind of like picked on because kids were bigger than me until I got bigger. But my pops like put me in boxing. He boxed when he was like for a long time. So he put me in boxing and just stuck. I loved it. It was great. And so I've been boxing probably since 5-6 years old. I'm 29. Or about to be 29. So
hey, me too. Yeah.
Boom.
What you guys were saying about money would have to be right for you to take a pro fight. That is that bare knuckle is the one that's backing up for younger boxers, but they do such a horse shit job of promoting and building their own young talent, and they just seem to go out and grab these names, and it's like, you guys got some killers on your roster. Why are you not promoting the shit out of these guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, because you're right, they have some monsters on their roster now, like some heavy hitters that, with no gloves on is going to rock somebody. You'd think that with all these names and stuff that they would do a better job at putting that promotion on for, you know what I mean? Like, come on, you got some household names in your promotion that been from boxing to Bellator to UFC. You got some household names. Yeah. Come on. You're right.
I think Joey Beltran or whatever, I followed him and I saw him come out and from MMA and he did a BKFC. I think he lost his last one, but it was a good fight though.
Oh, dude. I follow that Tony Loco Soto. I don't know. I like that guy, dude. He's not the biggest guy, but he goes in there and freaking he brings it. He brings it every time. I love this shit, dude.
See, the one I like was David Alessio Diaz because he's got a big old tattoo of Pancho Villa, literally you know what I'm talking about. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm de perros con los de perros. I was like, yeah.
That's funny.
So you look stocky though. Did you play any sports, any other sports, or you just stuck to combat?
No, I played baseball and I played football, man. Dude, I was 5 foot till like sophomore year, and then out of nowhere I was 5'8", and then I went to 5'11" or 5'10 and a half. That half matters though. That half-inch matters, but
I'm 5'8 and a half, so I'll go with you on the half-inch matters.
Yeah, see, look, that matters, but
I'm only 5'6".
Hey, man, next year that growth spurt's coming. I know it.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna start eating all my veggies.
But yeah, man, mostly football and baseball. I was a slot back in football, and then I was a left and center fielder in baseball, and then right in boxing, man. And I wrestled too here and there, but that was more of like recreational stuff. My dad taught me, and then the little clinics that I go to and stuff like that. But baseball and football, yeah.
But see, I'm always intrigued because I know that sometimes when people like say they play football, it's like when they get slammed, they don't get the wind knocked out of them as easy because they're used to being hit. And with someone that's like, if you said, the sophomore you're 5 foot, and like, obviously you grow in high school. Now I'm only 5'6" now, and it's like you play against guys that are 6'2", 6'4", and they're 280. They're gonna hit you. There's no weight class in football. No. It's all the same thing. And I feel like a part of that really toughens you up when you're shorter or you're less than a certain weight. I feel like it really does make you able to take a hit a lot harder because then you're expecting this guy twice your size to come full force. So when your size comes, you're like, oh man, that's nothing.
Yeah, for real. No, you're right, because you know how many times little guys go in there and get stingers from putting the hat down on a linebacker way bigger than them or whatever. Like, yeah, I agree though. Certain sports will prepare you for like combat. Like a lot of football players did wrestling before, especially if they're on defense, so they're better with their hands and stuff like that. There's just a lot of different tricks and trades. Yeah, exactly.
It's one of those things you learn in sports too, because I remember if you came off the football field or I played hockey, you come off the ice, and my coach for hockey would always be like, "Are you hurt or are you injured?"
Yeah,
you're hurt, coach. All right, take a breath and get your ass back out there.
Good now. All right, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen one hockey fight live. Have you guys ever seen the show Letterkenny?
Oh, I ain't seen that. Nah.
No,
I know what it is.
Yeah, there's a little bit of hockey in there, but they're from Canada, and they drink beer, and they fight, and it's like one guy like, you said you're the toughest man in the town. I am.
Yeah, that's no love. No love. I'm putting the buck stick on you, boy. You're gonna need a new Addy when I'm done with you, boy. I love you though, bro.
I'll lay you out and I'll wake you up next week. Don't worry, I'll give you some lunch.
You don't did it.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a cool show. It's funny because then they fight all sorts of different fighting, and there's one episode even when they fight a bunch of buff guys and they take like a 5-minute clowning session. Feeling like you look like a bunch of marshmallows. So I was like, damn. Sorry, off topic.
No. So what's next? What's the plan besides fighting Scarface? What's the plan next?
I'm going after that middleweight title. I don't care who I gotta fight for it. I'm gonna fight him for it. Jimmy Fit can get it. The Maniac can get it. Anyone at 185 to 200 can get it. But that's the main goal right here. And then after that, I want to get some sanctioned MMA bouts going. I got the wrestling. I know how to wrestle. My boxing's there, and I know how to level change really good. So I think I want to dip my toes into that and do it. Like, that's why I wanted my rematch with Cerro to be MMA before I transition out to just, helping street beefs out.
Right. Damn, that's kind of cool. I want to see that. And you got the hand. I was gonna say, you have any projects? You working on any merchandise or anything, or not yet?
I do. We got some. Our fight team's got a couple of jerseys out right now. The jerseys are nice too. I really like our jerseys. We got an all green one. It's got the Bomb Squad here, and then the fighter name on the back with another logo on the back, and then Jimmy Fit versus Hitman. Can't wait to fuck you up.
You gotta eat your Wheaties that day.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy Fit's come a long way too. He hits hard, and he's gotten his rhythm going. So I'm excited to see where he lands up. But I'm ready. I'm ready for. I've been ready to throw those hands, Jimmy.
Hey. See, if I could box better, the one I'd want to fight is Lil Diesel, but he's way better at boxing.
Lil Diesel. That's my.
I'm an MMA guy, so I was like, yeah. Before I broke my hand, I always said, we agreed to fight. We were ready. We agreed. Tiny Tick was like, all right, yeah, come on down. And I was like, okay, next month I'm coming. And then the damn fight I got right before I break my hand, like, oh, yeah. It's just I'm all MMA, and his boxing's just way. So.
I feel you. Hey, Diesel's come a long way too. He put in a lot of. That'd be good. Get back into MMA, bro. Get MMA going, but. When you fight,
What am I fighting again? I'm fighting against. Yeah, you're funny, Free Smoke.
I'm in that top 2, not 2 Free Smoke. You've had the same hairline since you were born, boy, and still bald. Yeah,
I was cracking up. I remember somebody called him looking like Jimmy Neutron.
he looked like a 40-year-old Astro Boy. I'm done with it. I'm done.
Oh, Little Mac versus Little Diesel. I want to see that one. I had my money on Diesel.
Yeah, I had Diesel that too, but I'm not sure logistics or what happened behind it. But man, they were supposed to fight 2 different dates, but I don't know what happened.
Right? It's like the fight game. That's the one thing I don't like about the fight games. When shit happens, this and that. I've got a car breakdown on me. It's just like, ooh.
This is my boy right here. This is Little Hitman.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Little Hitman.
What's up, Little Hitman?
All right, go ahead.
Say hi, Little Hitman. Oh, he's gone.
He gone. He bounced. Oh, look. Hey, look. You got his boy on too.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. I just come walking out with my 22-year-old daughter. Like,
right. Heck yeah. No, and I love being able to teach my kids to fight. I feel like it's a healthy way to let out aggression and also teach them discipline at the same time, because they know it's not always goofing around, and it helps out when they're in trouble too. And I'm like, all right, we're doing wall sits.
I do my best. I do my best not to spank my kids anymore. The only way they get spanked is if they lie. But I got them doing push-ups. I got them doing squats. I got them. And they'll be crying while doing them. I said, if you would just told the truth or whatever, you wouldn't be here, you know. But then my daughter's like, oh, I do feel kind of strong.
Some girl pulled my hair and I pushed her way hard.
Hey, girl, what's the biggest tip on how that scrapyard cage and ground feels? It can get a little slick. I don't know how you would do it if for kickboxing or Muay Thai match, but just be careful of that ground. It's a little slick, but I mean, if you could fight in the dirt, or the sand, you could fight on the turf there, bro. It'll be good.
I feel like what?
Oh, my bad. It's the sand.
I feel like when I fought in the sand, I can feel my foot. Like when you plant it, it slips a little bit. Yeah, with the scrapyard, if your balance is off, you'll slip. But if you can put your foot down, at least you have the turf to put it behind you.
That's why your hairline's going away, because you only had 2 options: get your ass whooped or get your ass whooped, bro.
Is that the case? My hairline's still all right, bro. But
hey, your hairline's a lot better than Free Smokes. I'll tell you that. Man.
Well, I'm 44, so I grew up in an Italian family. So our motto in our house, like in normal world, it was like first time shame on you, second time shame on me. Well, I'm Italian. It's mess up once, lose 2 teeth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was like,
exactly what you're talking about, man.
Oh, there's a permanently bruise from my mom smacking them. No, flame. I was like, I got a funny joke. I saw the one that's if you bald in the front, you're a thinker. If you bald in the back, you're a lover. If you bald in the front and the back, you think you're a lover.
Free Smoke go up there. I think that's gonna be a really good fight. Free Smoke and Crazy Leg, because Free Smoke can fight. He really can. Free Smoke's got hands. I never really seen Crazy Legs too much besides like the sum of the fights I've seen. But other than that, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited.
I'm excited because it's like, I like to see how the length is, because Free Smoke's taller, Crazy Legs, I think he's like 5'7" or something like that. So I want to see how the range is used. But I like Free Smoke, the way he's able to position, pick his target and shoot and aim for his target and hit it. But Crazy Legs' head movement has been on point lately. So I'm curious if I'm gonna go for Crazy Leg because I'll always root for my boys.
You got
always.
It. I feel
but
it.
It's gonna be a war.
Okay. I don't know who's gonna win, but I do want to know what onesie will be shown off in the ring. That's what I want to see. I actually think Free Smoke should have to fight in a fucking onesie. This will be it. We got to get a West Coast onesie made. Free Smoke can go in as like the furry of West Coast.
I'm gonna get Free Smoke a leprechaun onesie. That's what I'm gonna do. No, yeah. I don't know. I think you two might like it. The onesie battle, man.
Yeah. Get them views up. The battle of the onesie.
Bananas in pajamas, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Whoever loses can never wear one again.
yeah. I think Free Smoke won't mind that. Look. He said I was thinking about it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that'll be some headlines. That's like when Mr. Fitness and Solo fought, and then you see Solo and you see Mr.
Oh,
Fitness
yeah.
with the thin little things. I was like, oh man.
I think that they fought that was the day I came down there, and they had the
Yeah.
I remember that
Well,
one.
That's why I asked about the jerseys.
When we had Karate Gandalf on, I told him, you need to come down in the whole Lord of the Rings fucking get up with like a staff and everything before you get in the cage.
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna get Free Smoke a special one, man. I'm gonna get Free Smoke a special one. I don't know what it is yet, but he gonna get something. But yeah, I like the jerseys too. The jerseys are lightweight. They're like mesh. I don't know. They're good. I like them.
I was like, he could come out as like a big blunt. Yeah.
There you go.
It would be a dab for him. I don't think Free Smoke has smoked a flower in years.
No,
That's true. He always does dab. Okay.
yeah.
It'll just be a long resin or something. I don't know.
I think he'd look at a flower and go lightweight and like
Yeah.
just,
I got baby lungs too. So every time I see Free Smoke hit them, I'm like, oh.
I sent the flower. Ooh, you know what? This is perfect.
That, I go, you must not have shit to do. And then he's like, hey guys, I gotta go. I got shit to do. I'm like, what? You're good. Okay.
Right, man.
This is great because I'm curious. Do you ever use, marijuana, recreational, medically, or anything to ever help you when you've been hurt? Whether it's to smoke, CBD, oils, lotions. Because I have tried some out.
Yeah, I've tried a little bit of everything, man. What I've been doing, I was microdosing for a while at the I don't even know how to say it, but it actually really helped. Yeah, it really helped my running. It helped with everything, helped my focus. But there was a couple times I was just like, "Oh, this is a little much here. Hold on, this is a little much." But as far as like CBD and stuff goes, bro, I'm all for that. I feel like too much medication is getting people addicted on opioids and stuff like that. And I've seen people overdose. I ran into rooms where people overdose, and I was like, nah.
The problem is that there's no money in a cure. So like, no matter what you're dealing with, as long as they can keep you coming back. Like there's this crazy thing. People who take antacids for heartburn actually stops your body from creating what it needs to kill the acid on its own. So then it becomes this never ending cycle of, and that's not everything, but
yeah, that's why insulin will never be like methadone. If there's money, there's money in it, and they're going to get as much as they can out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the sad thing. But, so why don't we, before we let you get out of here, shout out your social medias, let everybody know where they can follow you. And again, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I had a blast. But yeah, hey, follow me on Hitman .Garcia93 on Instagram. I'm on Facebook too, but Harry Garcia. But I appreciate you guys for having me, man. And shout out to the Bomb Squad, Street Beef West Coast, the Scrapyard, everybody, man. You guys are awesome, man.
Hey, thanks for coming on.
Hey, do not listen to this little bald baby out here on the bottom, though. Don't listen to the Free Smoke. Hey, look at even your bit emoji going bald, man. Come on. Golly.
God, this is why I love fighters, man, especially street beef fighters, because they all have so much fun with it. And if for some reason you ever did really piss somebody off, you can just take it to one of the yards.
Yeah, and me and Free Smoke stay roasting on each other. That's my boy, though. Always got that fool, but we gotta roast each other.
Free Smoke was born talking shit, I'm pretty sure. That's why, like, he can fight, but he can talk shit too. It makes him so entertaining.
I think that's why I love him, man. That's why I love him, because he's one of those dudes that can talk shit, but he'll back it up too. So I gotta respect that.
Hell yeah.
So, but appreciate you guys. Thank
you. Yeah, I'll see you around sometime.
I barely started fighting in 2020. Free Smoke reaching now. I'm gonna be in middleweight. Anyways, appreciate you guys, man.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks again. You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah. Hey, just let me know. You guys have a good one.
All right,
Yep.
thanks,
You
Ed.
too.
That was a fun conversation. I really enjoyed that. But I see I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I see a lot of his Facebook. I figured it'd be a good conversation.
Yeah. Damn, that was a fun ass time, and I love the clowning. The West Coast guys, I think, clown the most out of the yards.
That's because the motherfuckers are always happy because they're in Vegas and California and Arizona, and the weather's good as fuck all year round, and they get to like you're up in Seattle or by the Seattle area. It rains. I'm in Wisconsin. We get snow up to our fucking waist. Like they're happy year round.
We just got sun. When everyone was having that sunspot, we were still. It was raining, 50 degrees. I was like, "What the hell? Like this barely got sunshine this past week, and it's already mid-July. Come on now." Yeah, that's why everyone over here is like, just kidding.
All right, buddy. But that was a great show. Before we get out of here, why don't you tell them where they can go, what you got going on, and where they can go find your stuff?
So, as you know, I got my own Zwell brand right here. Or sorry, I have a brand as Zwell. But we have Zwell-world.com. Yes, right there. And if you're anywhere in the local Tacoma, Liquid area, you buy something, I will deliver. Yeah. And then on my Instagram, it's Zwell_BuddyB. That way you can see not just the stuff that I do or that I'm working on, but also the events I'm a part of, some of the stuff that I sponsor, any competition I'm going to be a part of. So that way you get to see all the fun and behind the scenes kind of stuff too. So yeah, and that's where I do my sweepstakes and giveaways on too. So shout out to Yankee the Brit, shout out to Overtime Hustling, shout out to Heart in the Fight, shout out to you for watching this.
Yeah, that's actually the biggest shout out. Shout out to all of you for watching. Keep your eyes open. We'll be back next week. One world, one love. Deuces.